Well, today I was thinking about Exodus chapter 10, verse 10. Okay. Uh, God sends Moses to deliver the Israelites from Egypt, and he's talking to Pharaoh. And this is one of those portions where he's talking to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh is responding. In chapter 10 of Exodus, verse 10, it says, The Pharaoh said, The Lord be with you. If I let you go, along with your women and children, clearly you're bent on evil. No, let only the men go and worship the Lord. Let only the men go and worship the Lord, since that's what you have been asking for. Then Moses and Aaron were driven out of the presence of Pharaoh. Wait, I never asked that only the men should be going. What do you do when enemies misquote you or falsely represent your words? Well, we see multiple examples in the Word of God. Multiple examples. Here, obviously, Moses was not even given an opportunity to respond to Pharaoh's false claims about what he said. The Word of God says very clearly that people will say all kinds of evil against you, make up things against you. How should a believer respond in these type of scenarios? This can happen to anyone. And how worldly people respond to a scenario like this does not make a difference. They're not answerable to anyone else other than themselves and those around them. But as a believer, how should we respond? There are multiple ways of responding when others falsely accuse you of something you did not say or make up things against you. We can quickly look at two examples. One is Jesus. What did Jesus do when he was falsely accused? Jesus remained silent. Now, obviously, he was fulfilling the prophecy about his crucifixion, so he remained silent, did not offer an answer, and he was judged, found not guilty, and even though he was found not guilty, he was still crucified. Should you just remain silent when somebody says things against you? What if someone in authority speaks against you? How do you respond? And if it's somebody your peer, your level, your response may be different. But the Word of God reminds us to respond graciously and kindly, not repaying evil for evil. That's the biggest difference between a believer and a non-believer. Humanly speaking, you will want to respond. I never said that, and respond in the same language, same tone, or whatever. The devil will tell you to go attack them. Or did they say that? So if anyone teaches you to go attack other people and do evil and respond evil with the evil tooth for a tooth or whatever, that is not God's plan. Here, and even in the Old Testament, God's real response is goodness towards others. Moses could have responded and said, hey, no, and this and that, or the he did not. He was just taken out of the presence of Pharaoh. That was it. So there are times when you can remain quiet, but there are times when you need to speak up. This is where we need an answer from the Lord, a discernment from the Lord. You want to know what the Lord wants you to do. I'm reminded of the scenario where David, an army comes against David, and he asks God, what should I do? And then God says, when you hear the movement of the angels on top of the mulberry trees or whatever, go and attack them straight. Okay? Same army comes again. This time David again asks the Lord, what must I do? And the Lord says, don't go attack them directly, go around them. Attack them from the back. I'm not suggesting that you attack anyone from the back or anything, okay? I'm just telling you a scenario like this. Same type of scenarios, two different solutions. So you may want to ask the Lord each time you are in a certain situation. The Lord, how exactly do you want me to respond to this? So we saw Jesus' example that he remained silent. That may not be the most ideal in your situation. Paul was falsely accused. He appealed to Caesar. He took up a case. He argued his case. He responded. And by doing that, he basically propagated the gospel. He was able to preach gospel to each single one of his judges. So ask God for guidance how to respond to a certain scenario. But it's never in the Word of God to attack anyone, repay anyone evil for evil. May God give us wisdom to deal with such scenarios. God bless you.